I'm not a total sellout like those other people who show products for sale right in the middle of their videos. I mean, I don't know who would do a thing like that. Okay, it's true. I am now determined to be amazing at YouTube. Okay, so here's a little bit of background about what I'm doing. I'm studying under the tutelage of Peter McKinnon. No, I mean, he doesn't actually know me. He has all these videos about how to make great photos and how to make great video. I'm just listening to every word he says. He's kind of cute too, so it's okay. It's okay to look at. You may have noticed the quality of my video has come up quite a bit. For example, watch this. He suggested putting a shower curtain in front of the lighting, but I didn't.
Is it harsh lighting?
Soft lighting.
I put a piece of parchment paper because that's what I have. There are other things Peter McKinnon does awesomely. It's not all because he has the best gear. I have seen photos that Peter McKinnon took with his iPhone, and they are gorgeous.
Excuse me?
It took a little creativity, like sometimes he wants to make it look like he's kind of hiding behind a bush taking the photo of the wedding couple. So he'll take pine needles and hold them right along the front of where his camera lens is. You know, there might not be a tree where he needs there to be a tree to create a sort of, you know, interesting blockage in front of the video. It's kind of creepy, you know, he's like hiding behind the tree. Peter McKinnon's photos are beautiful. Yeah, he's totally talented. He's friends with Casey Neistat, who is like the rock star of vlogging. Very huge. Like, how many subscribers does he have? Like, you might think, Julie, you're always complaining about being a starving artist. How can you afford an Apple computer? Look again. See how it says Dell? I'm such a dork that I took this sticker from my Apple iPhone, stuck it on my computer, so I would look fancy. Apple, feel free to hit me up with a new laptop. This laptop is decent. It's not spectacular. It's not really optimized for video, so I'm not getting into the fancy Photoshop. What am I doing here with my, what? Stop! I'm not really using super advanced software for my video editing. I am still using Wondershare Filmora. It's a $50 app. This is a Canon, just a moment. It's a Canon Vixia with 32 times zoom. It says it goes from 2.8 to 89.6 millimeter. 1:18, whatever the heck that means, is a Canon HD video lens. It does pretty good for a $200 camera. Also, it was free. Jen, we used to be girls who like guns, and now I don't know what your name is. So Jen sent me this camera as a gift, and it's totally sweet. I do eventually want to upgrade and potentially trade in this camera for a Canon SL2, which is only $700. I have 100 of it saved up so far. I'm totally excited because that's gonna happen. I really want the Canon SL2 with a kit, with an extra lens for it, or with one lens, I think, and a couple of accessories, some filters. I don't know why I talk like this. I hate when I do that. Don't you hate that? It's the worst thing when you say, or you say, and this, and that, and blah, blah. I have to cut those out of all of my videos. It makes it so much work. My tips for making better videos are, don't be boring. I try not to be super boring, you know, maybe a little boring, but try and keep the flow moving in the videos, cut to different scenes. I'm gonna give you kind of a visual experience today of what yesterday was like, and I'm practicing some of my new video making skills. Let me tell you about my day yesterday. It was super exciting. Well, actually it wasn't. If you take good enough video and good enough pictures, then I think it's possible that even a mundane life such as my own could seem interesting. Or maybe I need to get out there and make it interesting. I'm not sure I got the lighting right, so you can tell me. Put a light here. It's coming from down here, up this way. I don't know if that's the right way to do it. I'm gonna move the clip lamp. And when you do it like this, super scary. So here, let's put here's my clip light that I'm using. And I am using a full spectrum bulb. This bulb is super hot. It is my bulb for lighting up my painting when I'm painting. It is supposed to kind of, I don't even know what it's supposed to do. My art teacher who told me to use these full spectrum bulbs, well, she passed away last year, so I guess I can't ask her. Janice, what's this for? Trying to get the right color scheme. See, look, I look blue. I look warm, maybe too warm. I'm not sure. Some tea. So let's just clip this to here. See what happens. Ha! Just attach it to my teapot. And now I'm gonna turn it. Love the way that lens flare is happening there. You see that? So I'm trying to mimic the light that should be coming in from the window. When a camera has more light, it's more able to get a crisp focus. The light is filtering in through clouds today. So it's super dark, so I might not be able to get as crisp a video as if the light was, as if there were sun anywhere in the sky. But it has been raining since like Friday or Saturday morning.
It is Tuesday, my dudes! Why is it still gray out? I don't understand.
The height of my camera. Do you trip over your tongue? I totally trip over my tongue all the time. It's so annoying and it's horrible for making a video because then I have to repeat what I said. I'm gonna lift up the camera and you tell me. I'll be right back. But the air conditioner turned off and this came flying at me. Some random person has sent you a friend request. Maybe I need one of those binder clips. I love them. I mean, are you obsessed with binder clips? Do you know how much I love you? I would be so lost without you. Yes, I do love the binder clips. I would never, ever do a product placement. Ever. Let's just put a funny comment on Susan's creative. She's got a contest going on. Are you creative? Are you gonna do the contest? Inspired John is on here. I think he should interview me, don't you? I can be interesting. I was gonna look up how many subscribers Casey Neistat has. I'd like to get to 1 million subscribers. Beyond that, I don't really care, but you know, I feel like if I'm good enough, I will get there despite my looks. Don't worry, I like my face. It's fine, Casey Neistat. Let's see, 10,318,068 subscribers. I subscribed and it didn't change his count. They probably do it daily. Yesterday, when I got ready to have breakfast, I realized I didn't have any homemade bread. I started cooking some bread and then I had to eat store toast, at which point I promptly started playing with the toast, knocked one of my slices of toast into the sink and had to feed it to the chickens. That's really awesome. Breakfast consisted of 1 homegrown golden honeydew melon, like really poorly scrambled eggs, door bread, so gross, with honey from our own farm. Next, I started playing with my Nikon camera. My Nikon camera is not a DSLR. I need a DSLR so bad, I can't even tell you how badly I want it. I figured out that my camera setting was set wrong to 60 frames per second instead of 240 frames per second. So I'm hoping that some of the footage that I'm working on works better at the higher frames per second.
We have pre-approvals ready in your area.
Okay, so yeah, I started playing with the dice and seeing if the dice would, if I could get like slow-mo dice falling. Played with my cookies, you know, because that's super awesome B-roll. Started playing with the settings in my Nikon camera, and as you can tell, it's a very nice camera for still shots. It is a terrible, horrible, it's the Nikon Coolpix P100 or something like that. It is horrible for video for some reason. It's like, you could take a few short videos with it at the high frames per second. The microphone, it doesn't even have a way to plug a microphone to it, and the microphone is a dog. It is the worst. I can't imagine, could you possibly, how could you have put such a, I want you so bad. I also need a Rode microphone. I don't even have words for how bad the microphone is on the Nikon. Also, the mic on this one isn't so good, and my microphone stopped working. I think it's because it needs a new battery, and well, so now this is the audio coming straight out of the Canon, and sorry, this room doesn't have good acoustics. I really need the new camera with the Rode mic, okay? Please, Santa? I've never asked for any. Okay, well, I did ask for a Corvette once, yeah. So, finally got the bread baked. My kid thinks my bread is the bomb. So, we had it with tomato basil soup with dinner. But at lunch, I just warmed up some chicken broth that I made in my Instant Pot. Ah. This is my new t-shirt. Do you like it? And then, I wouldn't do a product placement here with any bowls that I have made. Don't ask about the blue bowl in the back. That one's not mine. But the purple and pumpkin color bowl, those I made, and they are for sale, and I did put a product into my video. I really need that camera. God. Okay, so anyway, the chicken's got the scraps of stuff that I just won't eat. Another product placement, I showed a plate that is totally handmade. It's like pinch pot quality, and the chicken's laid me some breakfast for tomorrow. Yay! Okay, so the chicken broth, if you see that disgusting like yellow stuff on the top of chicken broth, that kind of seals it up so it stays really fresh. So I just scoop that off. That is chicken fat, and you don't eat it. But I could make a lamp out of it. I can prove that if you make me. I have done it before. I have made an oil lamp that ran on fat. That time was bacon grease. If you want to look for that awful, awful, awful old video, look up bacon grease lantern. I'm pretty sure you can even take a mundane experience of my life and turn it into something interesting. So Canon apparently is really good at autofocus. So how does this look? Is this better? There's not so much drama. Maybe I'm too close to the light. Woo! So yeah, I'm just practicing with my cameras, trying to make the most of what I have right now and try to make it as beauteous as possible until I have the rest of my $699 saved up for my Canon SL2. Let's just say, back when I first started making videos, my first videos were me making some jewelry, and they were super, super awful videos. I mean, the video quality, I mean, I can't even tell you. I'm embarrassed. But you can go back and see them if you want, but I don't think it's a good idea if you want to keep your sanity. I knew absolutely nothing about video editing, and even though, I mean, I took film class in college and stuff, but that was like 150,000 years ago. I saw the Primitive Technology guy and how he had built a rocket stove, or wait, no, hang on, he didn't build a rocket stove. The Primitive Technology guy, I guess his channel's called Primitive Technology, I think, and he built a kiln. He started with, like, he went in the woods and he knocked down a tree, and then he turned that into an axe, and then he took the axe and he used it to chop things, and then he dug up mud with his axe or a stick or something, and then he built a house, and then he needed roof tiles, so he built a pottery kiln out of mud, and then he started a fire with nothing and made roof tiles for his house using a tree to like form the roof tiles over. And so I kind of thought, well, if he can build a pottery kiln, then so can I. And I can go dig up clay and I can make stuff. And so I did that. I copied him, okay? And I built this thing. And I'm about to tear it down now because I don't use it anymore. The electric kiln is just so much more efficient. I mean, you put the stuff in and you cook it and you go away and you come back and I have a product that I can actually sell. Stoneware teacups are the best. So beautiful. Such a beautiful thing. I use my electric kiln now. I never use the outdoor pottery kiln. I want to instead build a pizza oven, but I just don't think my husband's going to be so thrilled with me starting to build a pizza oven out there if I still have this atrocity in the yard. So my son and I decided that we are going to, don't tell him, shh, we're going to take baseball bats tonight, whatever we can find, and just, we're just going to blow those things apart. We're going to just totally take them apart and get rid of them. Yay, yay, yay. This is subliminal. This is a subliminal message for you. Are you picking up on this subliminal message? I hope you are. Love me, say that you love me.